Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Mr. Vintage and this is my review of the 1 to 144th scale high grade Gundam Kyrios. Hallelujah Haptisim's mobile suit from the season 1 of the Gundam 00. Opening the box you will find 6 runners including the polycaps, 1 medium-sized sticker sheet, and the manual. This high grade is very enjoyable to build and very simple, which I can recommend for the builders that just get into the hobby. But I have a major complaint, and that is the color separation. So I leave it without any stickers except for the eye, and I did not panel line it either, just to share with you what will it look like out of the box build. To be honest, it's not that bad, but if you realize how much color is missing, you will definitely be disappointed. And just by looking at the sticker sheet, you will definitely want to paint this kit, which I will do now. Now this is the finished and finally painted Gundam Kyrios. As you can see, the details on the panel lines totally pop out. The missing color apps are now present. First, I painted the colorless clear part with a green. I went a little overboard but it's fine for me. Next, I painted some spaces black. The hardest part of the painting process is this waist part. The original color of this part is just gray. I have to prime it first and then tape the part which is not red. And then after that, I tape the red part and finishing it with the metallic black to the frame. My favorite part is painting the backpack black matte. For me, it became really cool and applying the false stickers finish it looks. Now let's move to the articulation, and I'll be honest, it's not that good. First on the head. The head is on a ball joint which gives us a limited up and down movement, limited side to side, and sadly no rotation. Next, the arms can rotate, arms all the way up, bicep swivel, elbow joint, and the hand is on a ball joint. Moving at the back, this armor bit can rotate for the transformation. Next, the torso. This clavicle fin can move up and down, and well, there's no other movements here except for this minimal rotation. But I get to say, even with this kind of articulation, the torso is my favorite part of this Gundam. Well, I already mentioned that in my Gundam virtual review. Next, the front skirt can move upward and downward. There is no side skirt. The back skirt is not movable either. But what it can do is to store the beam saber's handle. Now let's move to the legs. The leg is on a rocking joint mechanism which give us an extra kick when needed. This is the legs all the way up. It's not that bad. All the way to the back, blocked by the back skirt. Thigh swivel, elbow joint, it's great, and this protruding wing can hinge. Foot bend and the toe bend, and this flap can hinge too. So Gundam Kyrios does not offer a fair amount of movability, due to the fact that this is a kit way back from 2007. Knowing that, I prefer myself to this, and not expect that much. But this kit's advantage is the look, and that's only if you put some love and effort to this kit. Well, like I do. Don't get me wrong, High Grade Gundam Kyrios is a great model kit on its own and on its time. It's just the model kits this day are on a different level now. Mentioning all that, this is the Gundam Kyrios and everything that it comes with. The GN Shield, GN Beam Machine Gun, GN Beam Saber, but no Beam Saber, alternate open hand, some adapters, and this thing, I don't know, let's call it the GN Stabber. First, the GN Shield. The GN Shield can open like this to replicate its attack in the anime. The GN Shield can also extend, which is hard to do because of the paint. And this GN Stabber can attach on this part of the shield to stab some enemies. Well, at least that's what I think. Next, the GMB machine gun. It's a simple looking machine gun. Can attach to the Gundam to shoot some enemies. Next, the GM Beam Saber with no beam saber. Nice. Next, this alternate open hand used for dynamic poses of the Gundam Kyrios. Next, these two adapters. These adapters can use on the GNB machine gun like that. And this one is for the transformation, which I hated doing but I will do anyway because it's my job. Lastly, the GN Stabber, which you already know by now can use on the shield. So Gundam Kyrios does not short on weaponry. No wonder why Hallelujah go crazy every time it pilots. Now let's move to the size comparison. This is the Gundam Kyrios alongside with the high-grade Gundam Arios, real-grade Gundam Exia, and the real-grade Wing Gundam. And for the last part of this review, the transformation. So that's all. That's the Gundam Kyrios. Yeah, it's lacking articulation, but as you can see in my review, you can still pull up some nice poses. And that's achieved because of the nice variety of weapons including in this kit. And the looks and design of the Gundam Kyrios definitely shine. All it needs is love and effort. All of that mentioned, I'm Mr. Vintage. Thank you for watching and see you on the next review.